Good evening, brothers and sisters. I want to continue this the two segments that I started. The first one you need to look at is that why are women ladies are selling for less than who they think they are, and the second one is that the reason for it when you got an absence of father figure in your house, this is where the cause and the effect started. But tonight, I want to talk to you about black on black crime. What do they mean by black on black crime? And why is this such an important thing that peoples are broadcasting in a way where we are the worst peoples in the world? Well, I just want you uh, to understand that most crimes is interracial. Most crimes are interracial crimes. And when I say that, people tend to commit crimes against those that they're near to and near the most. Like you got a white on white crime, you got a black on black crime. I mean, statistically just a prevalent, but rarely discussed in the same way. When we're talking about a white on white crime, they don't talk the same language they talk in the black on. They make the black crime look as if they're the worst peoples in the world. And when most of the crimes or the deadly crimes are committed by the white people. But they put this stigma of like, we are the best peoples in the world. The black people's the one. The white people commit most of the crime. The white people have caused so many deaths over centuries against black people. And so we want to get a deep dive into why is there so many black on black crime. Well, when you use that term can be weaponized. It's sometimes used to deflect from systematic issues or to a stigmatized black community rather than to understand and address the cause and effect. Everything these white supremacists talk about is degrading the minority people. They are the one that creating all the crimes in the United States when the white peoples are committing some of the most heinous crimes in the United States. Whether you want to accept it or reject it. I'm talking real talk. And, let's get to it. The root cause of violence in the black community. Let's look at the root cause. What is the cause of that? Now, we can go all the way back to slavery, but that still doesn't solve the problem. When I say that the violence in the black community, many black neighborhoods have faced decades of redlining, job discrimination, and we talking about disenfranchisement. You want to know the root cause? All you got to do is put your defense down and be able to listen. But most white people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear what they have done to the black man. They don't want to understand. They want to think that y'all just complaining. But when you understand the root cause, then we can get to it. Some of the root cause are lack of access to stable employment, quality education, and housing create an environment where survival become a daily struggle. We are faced with so many different struggles, and most people don't understand why. The white people, the white supremacists can care less whether you exist in this world or not. They don't want to know what the root cause. They don't know that all the pain over the years in slavery is the reason why black people are in the situation they are in today. If you can't stand the heat, you might want to get out of the kitchen right now because I'm talking real talk. And we talk about mass incarceration and over policing. Think about who they mass incarceration now. Black people, brown people. This is the way the system of injustice is set up. The deck is stacked against us. The criminal justice system has disproportionately targeted black men, leading to family disruption and community trauma. Our justice system, the way they write the law, is protect the white man. It's to degrade the black people or the brown people. People, we need to wake up and understand, but the root cause of our cause is way back from slavery. But if we don't straighten our back up, the white people are trying to put us back to where we was at 1,600 years ago. over policy without community trust can escalate tension rather than preventing violence. Now, do you understand when I say mass incorporation? I mean, they are putting black people in jail like it's no tomorrow. They writing them tickets for no reason. That is the way to degrade and to demoralize black people. And they don't want to know what is the cause of it. They don't want to hear it because I think you guys are overreacting. And when you talk about the history, the trauma that caused black people, we're talking about generational or racial oppression. This has been going on for many years. You think the white people is going to admit it? We didn't do nothing to y'all. You think white people are going to admit it? No. They put themselves as they the God. We are the worst people in the world. This is how the system is set up for us to be programmed as if we are nobody. The white peoples are superior and we are inferior. And that's the way things are. When I say generation of racial oppression from slavery to the Jim Crow in a modern day's discrimination have left psychological and crucial scars on all these black people. And these white people down south, they trying to inflict more pain on us because of this range administration. The white supremacists is running this world and peoples are in denial of it. But if we sit back and do nothing, nothing is going to happen. When I say the lack of access to mental health and social service, they don't understand. This is the reason why we have black on black crime. People don't want to sit up here and admit nothing, especially the white supremacists. And when I say mental health support is often unfunded or culturally inaccessible in the black community, they're making it so hard where the rich going to get richer and the poor going to get poor. Only because how they weaponize black people, how they put us down. People, we need to understand the writing on the wall is very clear. You know, to my gun control policy often fail to address the root cause or even uneven enforcement. You got weapons out here, legally weapons. That means that we're going to allow you black people to kill each other. But if you kill a white man, we're going to investigate you. But as long as white peoples are killing black peoples, everything is cool. That's cool. You see the world that we're living in, but peoples are in denial. What driving the rising of these black crime? What driving these? What driving us to increase every day by killing each other at an alarming rate? If we see a rising in violence, especially post-pandemic, there are several factors may be contributing to the fact as to why we have black on black crime. It can be misleading, but the facts are the facts. The black crimes is doing exactly the way the white supremacy set it up. As long as you killing black people and we're going to make it hard on them, we're going to take over this country. Because as for brown and minority people, this is our country. When the hell can you say this is your country? Whose country it was before you came here? Now we're going to get them out of our country. Only thing that I can say to you, white supremacists, your day going to come. That you're going to have a give account of all these millions of black people that you murdered because of the color of their skin. And you want to know why we have so many black on black crime? Think about slavery and the Jim Crow law. Think about it. You know, the COVID-19 fallout, the economic stability, isolation, and the loss of community program. This is what's happening to America that has intensified stress and reduced support system. The white supremacists that run in this world, White House, they is trying to make it hard on not only minority, white peoples also. We are dealing with difficult times, and the rich going to get richer off these crimes that the black peoples are causing. The system of injustice is set up to do exactly what it is. The youth disconnection. You want to talk about the young people may feel alienated and opportunities, especially when school, mental programs, and safe space is underfunded. This is why they're taking all these programs away from minority peoples, is to keep you stupid, keep you in a slavery mentality. But we don't see that. But the white man always saying, oh, it's no discrimination. We don't hate. But the white people don't want to talk about what they've done to the black people, cutting the babies out, feeding them to the damn alligators, putting them in prison, putting them 600 people in a little small bunker, making them suffer. Now they're putting an alligator, trapping alligator. You know what an alligator meat is? This is how the white Republicans are treating the minority people. And that's real talk. The social media conflict. This is how people are being deceived by the social media. Online dispute can escalate into real world violence, especially among youth. Look at it every day. There's some kind of racial crime is being committed against colored people. The police forces are corrupt, and a lot of them is racist white police officers, but they put them in position of authority. You do what you want to do. I got your back. You don't understand what is the cause of the black on the black crime. And when I say to you, this trust in the institution, you can't trust your government. You can't trust all these white people saying they are wolves dressed up like sheep. Don't fall for the rope-a-dope. This is why we have so many black on black crime, because we are being disproportionate. We are being discriminated against. We are being treated less than human beings. But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about that. When people feel abandoned by system meant to protect them, they may turn to an alternate, and sometimes violence means resolving conflicts or extorting control. People, are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? You need to stop killing all of these black people. And the way the system is set up right now, mental health is on the rise because of the system of injustice. Addressing violence requires community-centered, systematic solution. This is what it requires. People don't want to talk about this. Invest in education, jobs, and housing, economic stability, reduce desperate and open doors to opportunity, desperation. This is how we're going to have to build this community. Support restoration of justice and community policing. Build trust and accountability without criminalizing property. Do you understand what is happening? Do you want to know why there's so many black on black crimes? You got to expand mental health access. Trauma-informed care can help individuals heal and break cycles of violence. When people are poor, don't get medical care, don't get the help they need, mental illness is on the rise for the black people, and that is the reason why the system is set up like that. Don't be dumb by what is being said, by what you hear on social media. What I'm saying is to you, empower local leadership. You got to have some strong black leaders in the community. We got to stand up for what we believe in. We got to stop falling for a lot of this bullshit that the white supremacists out here trying to sell to that has no power. The grassroots organization often know what their community need most. We need to come together. We need to work together. We need to save our black youth. The white man can care less whether they die. They can care less if you kill the last one. The system is set up the way it's working right now. As long as you keep killing blacks, you making our job easy. We're not going to investigate you as much as we're going to investigate a white man getting killed. As long as your black man is killing each other, that's what they want. And we are too damn stupid to see what is happening in front of us. We talk about mentorship and youth program, giving young people purpose and guidance and safe space and transformation, transitional. But people don't want to understand that. Why do we have so many black on black crimes? This is the reason. Because the system of injustice is stacked against black people. And when I say to you, a violent black community is not reflection of inheritance, pathologic. It's a reflection of neglect, inequality, and systematic failure. The real conversation should be about how society can invest in healing opportunities for these black people. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? And another thing that I just need you to understand, how can we help low black and black crime? How can we lower it? Give me a way when we come together, how can we lower it? Well, let me give you empowering black men to love themselves. Don't let the white man tell you that you're ugly, you're stupid, you're dumb, and you are nobody. You're a child of God. You must understand their perception of black peoples is not a reality. It only become a reality if we believe what they're saying about us. That's to become a reality. When I say both themselves and others are helping those who feel trapped and circumstances require a deeper, intentional shift in how we nurture each other, support each other, invest in their humanity. Now, when I say to you empowering black men in love, well, what do you mean by that? Let black men know that they are worthy. They are someone. They are someone that God gave them a gift of life. Don't let the white supremacists and these slave-driven minded white supremacy put you down. Love is radicals in the world that often deny black men tenderness, their vulnerability, and emotional safety. To empower love, we must. In order to empower love in the black community, we must redefine masculinity. We need to redefine that. We need to stand up, black men. Stop killing ourselves. Stop killing innocent people around you. Don't let the system keep allowing you to do what the system is designed. And when I say to you, redefine masculinity, challenge this toxic norm that escalate manhood and being a man is one thing, being a boy is another thing. The aggression and emotional suppression. Promote models of masculinity that embrace empathy, accountability, and emotional expression. These are the kind of things that we have to empower our black people to make them realize they are someone. To make them realize that the white people are the ones that committing the crime. They're some of the major crime against humanity, not black people. You must understand, when I say create safe space and vulnerability, well, what do you mean? Well, create safe space, vulnerability. You got to be bold. You got to be aggressive. You got to support groups, the barbershop talk, and the mentorship circle where black men can speak freely without judgment. We got to come together and stick together and sit down and we talk this thing over. When we come together and stop killing each other, we can become strong. But until then, only the strong survive. And when I say that, encourage storytelling. Encourage black families to do storytelling and reflection through art, writing, and conversation. Process pain and celebrate growth. Do you understand? We can help ourselves. If we come together, we work together, and we pray together, and understand that we are in this battle together. Teach emotion literacy. Well, emotional literacy, well, what do you mean by that? Well, equip young men with tools to name and navigate their emotion. Integrate emotional intelligence into school curriculum, youth program, and community workshop. We can empower our youth. We must stand up for what we believe in and stop falling for a lot of this stuff that these white people are ingraining into us. Well, we're trying to help you. Well, let's talk about a model healthy love. You can highlight examples of Black men loving their families and partners in community with care. Show them we can live together. Show them that we can love each other. We can come together in a community. I mean, showing our loving family. We can lead by setting example. And we celebrate intergenerational love. Our father and our grandfather and our mentors who showed us with consistency and compassion. We need to celebrate this. We cannot allow white supremacy to erase our history. What about grandma and grandpa? We got to keep talking to our young people about what role they played into our life. You know, you got to affirm their work. You got to tell these Black kids, hey, man, you are worth something. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are intelligent. You can be someone in this world. We must learn how to empower our Black kids, not to always put them down, because society are out there going to put them down automatic. It's up to you as Black people to uplift our young youth. And I'm just going to say this to you, remind Black men that they are more than their trauma, more than society. They are more than those who are there being stereotyped. You got a lot of white people out there stereotyped. They put you down in front of you. Use affirmation rituals and culture pride to enforce their values and dignity. We can change things, Black people, if we come together and work together and not allowing the white supremacy to keep trying to put us back further and further in life. And I'm tired of it. How society can invest in healing. You want to know how society can invest into healing? What do you think they can do with healing? Get rid of a lot of white supremacy. That's where the healing going to come in at. You know, when healing isn't just personal, it is structural. Society must take responsibility for the condition that leave Black men feeling hopeless and disposable. That's what they want to do. The white supremacists want to leave you begging. They want to leave you on your back, make them the only way that you can come up. You got to go through them. I'm saying to you, not all white people feel the same. I'm talking about them bad doers out there. These southern states is known for their racist and their vicious treatment of Black people. Now, when I say to you, invest in mental health infrastructure, healing isn't just personal, as I said, it is structural. Society must take responsibility. They got to take responsibility for the condition that these Black people are treated under. But you think they're going to take responsibility? No, because you got normalized therapists and emotional support, an act of strength and weakness. Black people, don't fall for the rope-a-dope. You got those guns. They giving you guns and drugs on the street to do exactly what you're doing. It's a setup, and you done fell right into the trap. When I say to you, what we need to do is reform criminal justice system, end mass incarceration, end it, and punitive policies that criminalize poverty and trauma. Support reentry programs that offer housing, jobs, and emotional support for former incarcerated Black men. People, do you see what's going on? and fun education and mentorship. When I say that to you, the rich going to get rich off the black. The black is dying at an alarming rate because the white man is done made it difficult for you to get ahead. And this new administration is making it more harder. Notice who he targets. All brown people, not only in the United States, all across the country. They don't want other countries. If you're brown, we don't want you in our country. When the hell have you owned a country? You don't own nothing here, white supremacists. You don't own shit. Now, I done got my blood pressure up to here. Now, you got to provide scholarship, apprenticeship, and leadership training. You got to tailor towards black men and girls, vocational schools. Give them job opportunities. This world is not for white only. This world is based upon all God's children. When can you get out of our country? Well, I tell you what, I guess that's only applied to some people. Some people here wasn't born here, but they're allowed to be here because they're white. You see how the system injustice geared towards white men? You must understand. When I say to invest into economic pathway, invest into black-owned business, workforce development, and financial literacy, we have to be able to train. We got to fight in our educational system. These are things that is essential for these black kids in order for them to develop in this world. And when I say address barrier to employment, credit, and entrepreneurship, we got to address these issues, because if we don't address these issues, these white people going to continue to treat us as if we are the most stupid and the dumbest peoples in the world. As I said, not all white people feel that way, but when you got these white racist supremacists that run in this damn country, you got to call it out the way it is. You cannot sit back here and shoot, shuck, and show enough. The honor their stories, honor the black people's story, but they don't want to talk about that. When I say that, use medium, art, and public platform to amplify the voice of black men who are healing, loving, and they are leading. We need to come together as black people and stop allowing white people to separate us, because the way the system of injustice is set up. Shift narrative from deficits of possibility, from at risk to full of promises. This is how we need to promote. Well, people don't want to get off into that, but I'm going to talk about it as long as I got air to breathe. The vision of this healing of these black people, you got to visualize a long-term goal and be able to look at the future of our black youth. We can make a difference if we stop letting our white men, racist men, manipulate our mind, our body, and our soul. And when I say to you, a vision of healing, imagine a society where black men are seen as whole beings. Just imagine that. We are seeing or being seen as human beings, where their pains is met with compassion, their dream with opportunity, their love with celebration. Healing begins when we stop asking black men to survive systems that were never built on for them, and start building a system that honors humanity. We need to stop making excuses. The heart of healing, not just individuals, but it's entire community. That's how you heal the community. When black men engage with mental health support to address aggression and trauma, it can transform how they relate to others in a powerful climate environment. When we come together, we talk to each other, and we learn to live together. Don't let society continue to separate us from who we are. Jim Crow, continue. Your healing is not just for you. is for your brothers, your sons, your partners, your community. When you choose to face your pain, you choose to break the cycle, you choose love. You understand? Love what makes the world go round. And the Lord said, love thy God with all our heart, mind, body, and soul. Let's discuss this. How mental health support Black men relate to others? How does it? These are questions that I want you to answer. Well, let me say this again. How mental health support help Black men relate to others? Well, first of all, you need to do one thing. Understand the root of the aggression. When you understand the root cause, then we can understand how everything else works hand in hand. And when I say aggression is often a mask for deeper pain, grief, and fear, and abandonment and shame. This what we need to be aware of. Let me ask you this. Therapy helps men trace the aggression back to its sources, giving its context and meaning rather than letting it control their behavior. You see what we are facing with? Please do not fall for all this false information that Black men and brown men are committing all of the damn crime. We got to build their emotional vocabulary. We got to build your vocabulary. You must understand. Many Black men were never taught how to express emotion beyond anger or violence. They was never taught that. They was taught to lash out, to get even, to kill, to steal, and to murder. This is how they've been programmed. And when I say to you that mental health support teaching emotional literacy, how to identify, articulate, and manage feeling would lead to a healthy communication. Are we going to make changes in our life, interrupting cycles of harm? Unhealed trauma can lead to reactive behavior, strained relationship, and even violence. I'm talking real talk, people. You must understand, healing allows men to pause. It allowed them to reflect and choose response roots is clarity rather than pain. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Now, when I say to you is fostering empathy and accountability, we need to come together. Therapy, encourage self-reflection and accountability, which deepen empathy with others. We understand what you're going through with, but we need to foster empathy and accountability for what we are dealing with. When men understand their own suffering, they're more likely to recognize and respect the pains of others. Put yourself in other people's shoes. Look what they're dealing with. Mental illness. You know, they can't eat. They down at the bottom end. What are we going to do about it? If we're waiting for the white supremacy to pick them up, they're going to be left down the rest of their life. We're dealing with a crucial world. And when I say creating a safe relationship, what do I mean by that? Creating a safe relationship. Rather than family or friendship or romantic partnership, healed men are often emotionally available, less defensive, and most capable of love. When they are being healed, they can deal with situations, anything that come their way. They become protected and nurtured, not just providers or enforcers. They become an active member of our society. When we come together and when we push our education towards our Black youth, and let me tell you this, the ripple effect of this whole deal, there is a ripple effect. And you just need to know when Black men heal, it doesn't stop with him. it ripples out. When you done save that black man, he can go out there and tell other black people, this is how we can survive. This is how I came out of. They can reflect on their past, what they've been through with. They can be a role model for others. Children grew up with emotionally present father. If they got mad, that dad plays a big part. If y'all saw my video prior to this one, is that most of the issues with the daughters is because there has been a lack of father in the house, or he never, or that father or that man have not showed his love and affection towards his daughter. And when I say to you, partners experience love rooted in respect and community. Community benefits from leaders who model vulnerabilities and strength. The peer feels permissive to seek help themselves. Man, when you've been empowered by other people and they understand what you've been through with, and you are there as a voice to teach them how to overcome those psychological barriers that is holding them down. We need a support group for all of us. We need to work together, stick together. And healing is something that is contagious. Something is contagious that you can catch. Healing is contagious. And what do I mean by that? Well, when black men are empowered to heal, they become agents of peace, not just survivors of pain. You understand? You give us the support, the things that black men need, society going to change. But you don't want it to change. The only people that's going to change our culture is us. A message to share again is below. Your healing is not just for you. It is for your brothers, your son, your partners in community. When you choose to face your pain, you choose to break the cycle, which means that you choose love. And I'm just saying to you, it's been something that is well overdone. When I say to you, I talked about, please, I want you to go on my YouTube channel and I want you to follow me and hit the notification button. I mean, whenever you see a short video on me on Facebook, it's a 1-minute deal. But go to my YouTube channel, Clayton Online 2942. And I want you to subscribe to me, the Instagram, because we need to have more conversation like this. Because if you say nothing, nothing is going to happen. You understand? When you put two positives together, positive plus a positive equal positive. Negative plus a negative is equal negative. We are positive people. We are smart black people. We need to come together and understand the importance of as being God's children. We need to come together and realize that this world is not for white people. It is for all of God's children. When we can come together and talk together and pray together and put our dukes down, put our guns down, we can be a successful society. But if we continue to let the white supremacists manipulate our mind, kill up all the black people, murder, shoot, I got your back. We're not going to do it. But if you kill one of us, things are going to change. But black people, you don't see that. You don't see that. You need to arm yourself for what is getting ready to come. The white supremacists is banking on their future. They're relying on your failure. They're relying on your insecurity. Do you understand how the system of injustice works? Do you understand now the root cause of why we have so many black on black crime? Do you understand now how mental health is at its highest point because of denying health care, denying anything that's going to keep the black person down low? Now, real talk is real talk. Many people do not want to hear this. But when I speak it, I done my research. You can believe that. And I got other people helping me to make sure that my messages are going to be clear as to why we have so many black on black crimes. Let's start back from slavery. Let's start back from the Jim Crow law. Let's start talking about how they killed so many black people, murdered them. They murder more now than they did before. If you look at our history, black people have been victimized for many years, and now is the time for you to stand up and fight for your freedom. This is not a white supremacy world. This is God's world. When they talk about we're going to get people out of our country, when do you came here? Now you're going to try to claim this damn country? The only thing that I can say, I hope you'll be able to share this message. And look what we're doing to each other for no reason. Your education system, they're taking away. They want to keep you dumb, keep you stupid, where they can put you in jail, where they can make you go against each other. This is the way the system is designed, and you falling right into the trap. Remember what I said. Why black women dress provocative? There is not a man in the house. A father figure is imperative when it comes down to raising daughters. They have to be there for emotional support. But I want to say, because what I said to you, why women are dressing provocative, why you are not being there for your daughter, this is why we talked about this third, black on black crime. It goes hand in hand about our black women's, about our black men are not doing their job, how they humiliating and downgrading all our black women because the system of injustice, slavery, got a lot to do with it. But you can't keep living behind slavery. You got to have a made-up mind to say, I'm tired of this here. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm not falling for anything. If you're not going to be willing to fight for your grandfather, your grandmother now, who have died for this country, you're not worth living. We as black men, we need to understand one thing. You keep killing each other up, killing your neighborhood up, but you're killing the black on black crime. Why don't you flip the script sometime? You always going to be looked at as the worst people because that's the way the white people view you, as you being a troublemaker, when all of the crimes and all the wrongdoing is being done by white people. But the social media have a way of controlling people's mind and will control your mind if you allow it. Be smart, be aware, and stand up for what you believe in and stop falling for a lot of this BS. Put God first in everything you do. When God is for you, the white supremacy cannot hurt you. But you got to be bold. You got to be aggressive. You cannot be afraid to stand up for your freedom. If you're afraid, that's the primary objective for the white supremacy to want you. They want to inflict fear and pain as much as they can to make you feel demoralized. Please share this video because this is real talk. Real talk. And I'm going to say this to all of you. If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you can't not come together as black people, stop complaining. Because right now, we're losing too many of our black men because the system of injustice, slavery, is at its all-time high. Until next time, may God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. But put God first in everything you do. Goodbye.